I tried to test the AI that beat Claude and I couldn't get in. So this week, a brand new AI supposedly beat Claude, Google, OpenAI, all of them on building web pages. It's #1. So I sat down to test it for you head to head on my own real work, and I couldn't even get in. It was so slammed. It tried to sell me a subscription, and when I went to pay, every paid plan was waitlisted too. So let me show you what's actually real this week and the model that shipped the same week that you can actually use right now. So guys, real quick, if you're new here, I'm Drew. I'm not an engineer. I'm not an AI researcher. I'm just a guy with AI. I figure this stuff out so you guys don't have to. I test what drops on real work, and I tell you what's actually held up and what's just hype. If you're learning on AI, that's exactly who I make this for. Let's get into it. Here's what set this off. A lab called Moonshot out of China put out a model called Kimi K3. And on one leaderboard that a lot of people watch, humans voting head to head on who builds the better looking web page. K3 landed at #1. And you can see it right here ahead of Claude's flagship Fable 5. And it's cheap. So the internet did what it does. A free model just beat Claude. Switch now. But here's the thing nobody posted that screenshot mentioned. It's so overwhelmed right now, you can't actually use it. Not free, not paid. I tried to give them money and I got waitlisted. And that's the whole lesson of this channel in one moment. A benchmark that you can't get into. This is not a tool you can use. A number on a leaderboard doesn't do your work. So I stopped chasing that one everyone's yelling about. And I went to the one that actually shipped this week that you can open right now. That is this Gemini. That's Flash 3.6. So same week, Google shipped Gemini 3.6 Flash. And this one you could actually use right now. So here's why it matters. It's cheap. $7.50 per million words out, down from the $9 on the last version. It's fast and it can hold 1 million words of context in a single conversation. That's a whole stack of books at once. The cheap, fast, usable. Now, you've probably seen the headlines that it can use your computer. And on paper, sure, it scores 83% on a test for that. But two honest catches. Okay, #1 is that 83% is Google's own number, right? No independent has checked that yet. And then #2, and this is the big one. I actually went to try it, so let me save you the trouble. All right, it's not a button you can click and watch. It runs through code behind the scenes to click through or around web pages. It's a developer's thing. So is it real? Yeah. Something you and I just can open and use today? No. Same story as the last one. The headline versus what you can actually touch. So let me show you what it actually does do for you today. So watch this. And there's an answer pulled straight from it in seconds. Now that's the real magic. See right there. That's the real magic here. Not sci-fi hands in on your mouse, just a fast, cheap model that eats a mountain of text and hands you the one thing you needed. And let me be straight, because the whole channel, this is the Flash model, the fast, cheap one. It is not the smartest AI on earth, that's for sure. For the hardest thinking, you'll still want to reach for the top tier models, right? But what it is the best cheap workhorse that shipped this week. And unlike the one everyone's posting about, you could actually open it and use it. So real quick, guys, if you'd rather I test this stuff on real work and just tell you what's worth your time and you can skip the hype, then just please do me a favor and hit subscribe. I do the digging. You get to skip the hype. That's the deal. All right, guys. So rapid fire, 3 more things. So #1, this one's a spicy one. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella told his own engineers that Anthropic's Claude, the Fable model, puts too many limits on what you're allowed to ask it. And look, here's the actual report. His words. When was the last time you had a creation tool that was so editorially controlled? The wild part about this, that Microsoft put $5 billion into Anthropic, and Anthropic promised $30 billion back to Microsoft's cloud. They're partners. So the boss publicly knocking the model he's funding. That's the real fight in AI right now. Safety limits versus just letting you do your work. Worth watching where it goes for sure. All right, so number 2 is OpenAI quietly took one of its internal models offline. Yeah, so they internally took their model offline. And you can see the story right here because it tried to get around its own safety restrictions, the box they run it in. They added new guardrails and shut it down while they figure it out. Now, details are thin, and I'm not going to, doom bait you, but an AI actively trying to work around the limits its makers put on it, and them having to pull the plug. That's worth keeping an eye on for sure. Not to panic, but just noting. All right. And then third is this flips something everyone assumed. We all talk about OpenAI like they're the whole game, but Anthropic, the Claude company, the one people think of as just the coding tool, is reportedly on track for around $47 billion a year. And look at this. That's up from $9 billion just the end of last year. So mostly off developers and businesses using it to write real software. The one everybody underrated is quietly the one everybody's actually paying. The takeaway for you, the tool the pros are paying for isn't always the one with the loudest launch. And I gotta say, it's my favorite as well. So here's the real takeaway. And it's bigger than any one model. Stop chasing the leaderboard. Start using what you can actually get your hands on. The winners with AI this year aren't the ones switching to whatever hit the number 1 on Twitter this morning. Half the time you can't even log in. They're the ones using the tools that's usable, that's cheap, and matches the job, and testing it on their own real work before they trust it. That's it. That's the skill. When one of my clients asks me which AI I pay for, I don't read them a leaderboard. I open the thing and I try it on their actual task. You can do the exact same thing. So guys, I put together 2 things so you can skip the hype cycle. The first one, a 1-page rundown of what actually shipped this week and which one you can use today. No waitlist, with the honest, what's it good at and what it's not. And then number 2, the exact task I use to test any new AI on my own real work in just a few minutes. So you never take the leaderboard's word for it again. All right, guys. So today was a quick one. That's it. Just please do me that favor. Hit like, hit subscribe so you can catch the next one. Want the what shipped rundown and the test task? Free, head to my Instagram. I'm Drew at Drew Johnston. Comment waitlist on the pinned reel and it's yours. Once again, guys, I'm Drew, just a guy with AI.